Hey, what up, bros? Welcome back to another video on Zelda Tears of the Kingdom by Bro Vinny. That is me. I decided to make this video today separate to my usual streaming for a reason. It is that I can't find all the caves, and I'm going to help you guys find all the caves also by showing you where Kolton's locations are and tell you my struggles. Alright, well, first of all, if you haven't already seen my other video on how I have found pretty much as many caves as possible using the outskirts stables little map of the Sakura trees, and then finding each of the Sakura trees, which I've marked on my map. The Sakura trees, if you then summon Satori using fruits, in fact better fruits will give him a longer spawn time in terms of the beacons that show where the caves are. Go watch that video now. I'll leave a link in the description below. But basically, essentially what you do is you go to the Sky Island after you've light up all the caves. You go to Sky Island and you mark down every location that you can see from a bird's eye view, and then you try and get every single cave. Now, even then, you might be missing a few caves because some of them are a little bit hidden. They might be behind the mountains. You want to go to a few different locations, a few different Sky Islands to look at it from all sorts of angles to make sure you didn't miss anything. Then what you want to do, now this is the part of the video I didn't do in my last video. What you want to do is find Kolton. Now, naturally, I would assume, and I had assumed, that by finding Kolton, he would tell me whether there are any remaining Bubbulfrogs in caves. Now, to my surprise, I had cleared all the Koltons and they all said there's nothing nearby. But there were still 4 Bubbulfrogs I haven't found. And I'm going to prove that to you in a moment. Now, at that point, somebody reminded me that actually there are caves in the Sky Island, the Great Sky Island. Great. So I went to the Great Sky Island and I found 1 more Bubbulfrog. And I'm still missing 3 for some strange reason. And then I did some research, had a look around Reddit, and people are saying the same thing. Actually, Kolton doesn't give you every cave. It only gives you sort of nearby caves in his proximity. Regardless, you still want to be doing this. You still want to be finding Kolton after you've pretty much checked every cave. You want to be finding Kolton because he will tell you if there are any nearby that you've missed. So I'm going to show you now that basically all of my Koltons have said the same thing. I have found all of the Bubbulfrogs in the nearby regions. And just to help you guys locate them, I've marked on my map star is Kolton, but also I've marked the gems as where the Sakura trees are. If you want to find them yourself, you can do it via in-game methods. If you want to, just explore the game on your own, then you don't need to use my map. So what you want to do is you go to outskirts stable, and that's where you will find a tree on a picture inside the stable. Where the Sakura trees are. But there is nothing like this for Kolton. You just have to explore the map yourself. He only appears at nighttime, and it's before 4 AM in the morning. By 4 AM, I mean the in-game time, 4 AM. So for those of you who want to know all 7 locations of Kolton, here they are. So in the northwest, in Tabantha Tundra, just southeast of the Snowfield Stable. There's one in the northeast around Eldon, just northwest of Death Mountain, in this area, in the Isle of Rabak, or next to the Isle of Rabak. In the middle here, we've got Central Hyrule, just south of Lookout Landing. And in the Akala region, we have just above Terrytown, next to a Skyview Tower, the Ori Mountain Skyview Tower. So that's 4, and then there's 3 more in the south region, in Gerudo, west of the Gerudo Canyon Skyview Tower. Not the Gerudo Highlands Skyview Tower, the Gerudo Canyon Skyview Tower, right here. And then there's the one in the Farron region, just south of the Poplar Foothills Skyview Tower, right here. And then one more, it's at the Cliffs of Quince between Hateno Village and Kakariko Village, sort of diagonally between them, just about halfway. And you want to be looking for these at about nighttime, before 4 AM. So not even early morning, Has to be nighttime. And he will show up as a big, colorful balloon. Alright, so now I'm going to prove to you guys that I have found every single cave according to Kolton. So here is the first Kolton. And you'll see that he says... He senses 3 Bubbulfrogs. And he can't make out any specific whereabouts of any Bubbulfrogs. But there are definitely 3 still around. So that was the Tabantha Tundra one. And now we're going to go to the Death Mountain one. Here is the second one. Oh, by the way, there are a lot of incomplete guides out there. I was Googling where all Kolton locations were. There are some incomplete guides out there. So I'm going to give you guys all 7 locations now. And I'll show you how I've sort of what they look like as well. On the actual game, not just the map. Okay, well there you go. So again, he said there are 3 Bubbulfrogs, but there's nothing nearby. So we're going to go to the next one now. So this one's just south of Hyrule Landing. Sense any Bubbulfrogs, and he can't make out any specific ones. So again, that's my third one now, and he still hasn't got me any Bubbulfrogs nearby. So this is the one north of Tarrytown. He senses 3 Bubbulfrogs, but he can't make out any specifically. Okay, so here's the next Kolton in Gerudo. And again, he can't make out any Bubbulfrogs. And this one is in Farron, just south of the Poplar Skyview Tower. And once again, he doesn't sense any Bubbulfrogs around. And this is the 7th and last one in Necluda. And once again, Kolton says, not a single Bubbulfrog to be found. So this is now where I'm stuck. So if you're stuck too, like me, and you've checked every Kolton location, and he says you're still missing some, make sure you, first of all, check your Sky Island. And I know I've got all the caves now. I explored it multiple times. And ultimately, I wanted to double check I didn't miss anything. Then I used the interactive map. There is a very good interactive map on zeldadungeon.net that you can use. I don't normally try not to use any interactive maps, but I just wanted to make sure for this video that I didn't miss any in the Sky Island. Alright, so the only possibility of finding these remaining 3 Bubbulfrogs is then to set your sensor plus target to a Bubbulfrog. And hope that as you're traveling all around Hyrule that you'll one day come close to a Bubbulfrog and then suddenly it will start beeping. I normally prefer to have my radar on wells, since there's not many other ways to find all the wells in this game. In fact, I don't think there is any other way to detect wells without using interactive map. So I normally would prefer that, but while I'm looking to complete my caves in this game, I'll just be using Bubbulfrogs sensor. I hope this video helped you guys. If you guys want to know all the locations of the Sakuras, or the Sakura trees, I should say, here they are. So west of Rito Village, that gem there. Northwest of Death Mountain, actually quite close to where that Kolton was. East of Hyrule Lookout Landing. This place here, Satori Mountain. Just south of Hyrule Ridge and west of Hyrule Field. This one here, Lanayru. Near southwest of Zora Domain. This one here in Necluda, just north, a bit north of Lurelin Village. There's one here in Farron, just further south of where that Kolton was. And again, near the Gerudo Canyon Skyview Tower. And that should all add up to about 8 Sakura trees and 7 Koltons. It's almost like the developers forgot to add one more Kolton. It's a bit strange. Anyway, good luck to you guys. If you're really stuck and you can't be bothered just using a sensor to find these remaining Bubbulfrogs, then I recommend you guys use the interactive map on zeldadungeon.net. They've got a really good one there. I'll just show you what it looks like. So you just basically remove all of the other markers for everything else and just turn on caves. You can do wells as well, but just turn on caves. This is the Sky Island caves, and then this is the Hyrule caves. So have a look and check this website out. Very good for interactive map, and hopefully then you'll find all of your Bubbulfrogs. If this video helped you, you're welcome. Leave a like. That's the best way to support me, and share this video to your friends and let them know how I also couldn't find all the Bubbulfrogs.